guys, welcome back for a brand new review. We are doing the Colourpop It's a Mood palette today. I'm so excited to dive into this palette, share with you guys all of the good, all of the bad that I found with it, and also share a tutorial on this look right here. So let's go ahead and get started. This is a brand new release from Colourpop Cosmetics. They did send this my way. As I'm filming this right now, it is August 30th, Monday, and I don't have any information on this one. I've only ever seen it on Trend Mood. I haven't seen it actually yet on Colourpop's like Instagram or anything like that. I did see them tease it in their stories, but I haven't seen it on theirs. I'm sure by tomorrow when I get this video up for you guys, you will have seen the palette from Colourpop at that point. But I have seen quite a few people also get it in PR, so I don't think it's like hidden, but I haven't seen them release any information on it. So I don't have a price on it. However, I do think it will probably be the same price as their other 30 pan palettes. I have mentioned the Stone Cold Fox palette is my absolute favorite Colourpop palette. I love that one. I use it all the time. It's so great quality. Everything about it is amazing, so I was excited to see them come out with another 30 pan palette. I personally feel like these are a good size. Like, they're large, but they're not too large. Like, I don't think it's, you know, comparable to like my Morphe palettes or anything like that. It's still pretty small and compact. I honestly think this is the same size as a lot of my like regular eyeshadow palettes, so it doesn't bother me size-wise, and I do like that we do get a large selection. I really like the color story that they chose for this one. I also really like the way they lined it up. I know that sounds weird, but I like how it's like the orange tones. Then you have like these more cranberry shades, then you go into the greens, the purples, the blues. I feel like everything is kind of very like cohesive to where you could go in each one of these and create a look. So I kind of think like you could go in these six, these six, these six, you know what I mean? And create looks that way. If you're not someone who typically can go into a palette and like, you know, visually see things, I think that that's nice that they have that option in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you close-ups of the palette and then also swatches. I'm going to swatch them in rows of 10, so you're seeing them downwise. So this is the first 10 shades. There are 2 pressed glitters in here and then one of their Glitterly Obsessed as well. So the second row here, I love the purples, and then the last row has to be my favorite with all these blues and the greens. I love this side of the palette. Starting out, I know I want to play in the warms. I am feeling fall, so I'm going to play in like this area over here. I'm so excited. So I'm first going to go into the shade Bonafide right here, and I'm going to use this just all over the lid and really just kind of buffing this to help set down my base because the shade is pretty bone shade. I like these type of shades though in palettes that are larger. I don't like them in smaller palettes because I feel like for me they're kind of pointless. They give it like a tiny bit of color, but you know what I mean, like not much. But in larger palettes, I do think they are nice to go in with just initially, just to give you a little something something like up in here. I just feel like in larger palettes I don't mind them. In smaller palettes, not my favorite. Okay, next we're going to be going into the shade Stay Close, which is right here, and we're going to be using that. I'm going to keep with the same brush. This is from Real Her. It's just, it says Know Your Worth brush, and I'm going to use this for the next shade, and I'm kind of going to focus this like in this higher crease right here and start to blend this out. I am ready for all things fall, all things pumpkin. I don't know about you guys, but this palette was giving me all of the fall vibes, and I'm so ready for it. I actually was on placing a Kroger order, and I actually got some pumpkin bagels, and I was pretty excited about it. They're coming tomorrow because I did like a store pickup and I need to go get the groceries, but that sounds amazing. Let me know down below your guys' favorite like fall treat. Like, what is your absolute favorite fall time drink or like dessert, treat, anything, breakfast? Let me know because I'm ready for all things pumpkin flavored for sure. The shade is really pretty. It seems to be blending out nicely, no issues so far. Next we're going to go into Crave You, which is right next to that last shade right there, and I'm going to use this on more of a like blending brush. This is actually from Coastal Scent, which they are not around anymore, so that's pretty sad. But I'm going to focus this mainly just in my crease and swing it forward. So I always kind of go with like windshield wiper motions, and then I start to like kind of do little circular motions after I do that. While I have this shade, I'm actually going to sweep it on my lower lash and kind of buff it just here because that's the color I want down there as well. So I might as well just start that now. Kind of just there connecting the two. Next we're going to go into It's a Rush, We're just kind of going into all of these orangey tones and just kind of working our way through the palette. We're just going to continue to deepen this up. I find that when I use like a lot of colors like this, it really gives the look a lot of dimension. So as you can tell, you're like, okay, you're just going in with orange after orange. But I really think it does make a difference when it comes to these looks and kind of like giving it like more of a gradient effect. I love that they included so many different colors. Like you get the blues, the greens, the purples. I really think this is a good like thought out palette that I think a lot of people will really like. Okay. So now we've got all of our orange going on. I'm ready to kind of bring in some of the browns and like the, I'm wanting to use this dark cranberry shade as well. So I think we're gonna go into that with that one next. So this one is called Fascination, and we'll use that one next. And again, I'm just gonna kind of focus this just in that outer portion, kind of bring it in a little bit, but I'm gonna stop like right about here. Mainly want it on the outer corner of my eye. Okay, now we're gonna go into our deal, which is the brown in the palette. And again, I'm gonna keep this on the outer portion just to further kind of deepen this look. That brown is definitely pigmented. I am gonna sweep this also on a lower lash out here. Just gonna keep it on the outer corner though. I did get a little bit of fallout with that brown shade. I mean, it is pretty deep, so I don't fault it for that, but it'll be easy to sweep away. So I'm just gonna take a brush and kind of just fan away that fallout that we did get. I know it's looking like pretty deep right now, but we are gonna add some shimmer. So for the shimmer, I'm really wanting to go into this shade. It's called Four Circle right here. I'm really wanting to just like put that all over the lid. So I am gonna grab it just on my finger right here and tap that on. Love a good like copper eye. Kind of has a bit of like a orange base to it too, which I think complements the colors we used really nicely. And then I'm gonna go back into that brush and I'm kind of just gonna tap over this outer portion here just so we don't lose our blend job right there. So far I am digging this, you guys. Once I add the lashes, it's gonna be so pretty. Okay, I do want to bring in a little bit of the purple, so we're gonna use the shade Echoes right here. And I do just want a tiny, tiny bit of this just on my outer portion right here. I'm gonna bring it in a smidge just right in this area. And then for inner corner highlight, we're gonna go into Reunion, this pink shade. It's kind of more of like a peach pink. And we're gonna use that for our inner corner highlight. And also I'm gonna add a little bit of it to the lower lash right here as well. Kind of bring that down. I feel like that shade wasn't, okay, there we go. It needed a second go. I was like, it's not as pigmented as I was hoping, but it definitely needed just a second layer here. All right, with a clean brush, I'm just gonna go up here and just kind of make sure we have everything blended. Nothing on this brush, I'm just kind of going over all of the edges here. For mascara, I'm actually gonna use this one from Rare Beauty. This is brand new to them. It doesn't have a sticker or anything, so I'm not exactly sure the name on it. But I am gonna try this. I'm actually gonna apply lashes too, but I wanted to give this a try and I figured we could try it on camera here since it is a newer formula and mascara. I like the wand a lot. It kind of reminds me of like the Too Faced, like Better Than Sex, but it's more spiky a little bit. So I do feel like it'll be like one of those ones that's not gonna get as clumpy as the Better Than Sex, because I feel like that wand gets really wet. I do like the formula a lot, but I do feel like the wand sometimes can get a little messy. But this one seems to be grabbing really nicely. Wow, okay. It's definitely lengthening for sure. And I do like that it's grabbing the lashes. That is nice. I actually like the way that looks. I will link this down below. I believe it's available now at Sephora, so I'll link that for you too in case you're interested in it. But that looks pretty good. I am still, like I said, gonna add some lashes. But I'll definitely be wearing this one again and letting you guys know what I think. I love lashes, but I feel like they're not every day for me. I love a good mascara. Yeah, that looks really nice. I did get a little bit of transfer here on my lid. I honestly think that that is my lids right now. I don't know what it is, but no matter what mascara I use, whether it be one that I've used like forever, I am getting that issue. So I don't know if that's like something new with my lids all of a sudden. It's always this lid too. I don't know what that is, but Mascara is definitely a yes. And then I'm gonna grab these lashes. These are the style Juliet. They're from House of Lashes. I've already trimmed these pretty, like I've trimmed a lot off of them. So they're gonna be kind of more on the outer portion of my eye. I almost dropped them. Okay, and here is after lashes. I definitely think I could have benefited from putting on some winged liner. I thought these lash bands were thinner. Like I remember them being thinner than they are, so they're a little thick. But I love how this eye look turns out. So fall. I feel like I'm just like into these tones. I think it looks really pretty. I cannot wait to play with the other colors in this palette. I'm just like so excited about this. So let me go ahead and put on a fall lip, and then I will share my final thoughts with you guys. Okay, here I am back after my lip. So I actually applied one of the Colourpop lip liners. This is CTRL from their Truth or Bare lip bundle set. I love this lip liner set. I haven't been able to put it down. So many awesome colors in there, so I thought this would go good with this fall look. Final thoughts after doing this look, you guys. I think it's a nice palette. I enjoyed the look that I did come up with. It seems like Colourpop's normal formula, so I feel fine putting my stamp on this one for sure for you guys. If you are into this color story, definitely pick this one up. I like these 30 pan palettes. I feel like they're just small enough but still large where you get a lot of colors in here, but they're not overwhelming to me. I really love the Stone Cold Fox. As I mentioned, I think that that's probably one of my favorite Colourpop palettes, so I was really excited to see them kind of add on to it with another 30 pan palette, and I think the colors they select for this are really nice. I don't love the pressed glitters. I think I could do without those, but there are only 3, so I feel like I could do with 3 of them in a 30 pan palette because I do really enjoy the other color selection that they did choose for this one. So it's up to you guys if you ultimately think you need it in your collection, but I will link it down below as always. And I hope you enjoyed this and you found it helpful, and let me know what you think of this look, and definitely let me know down below your favorite fall time drinks / foods / any activity, anything fall. I'm all about it. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video.